Hi, hello, good morning, welcome. My name is FeleciaMarie, and this is True Moon Tarot. Today we are going to do a reading for anybody who is drawn to me, anybody who has the same energetic frequency as me. I was just getting ready to say something, and we get the devil card come out when I'm cutting, but last night I got up to go to the bathroom. It was probably 11-ish maybe. I'd been asleep for a little bit. I woke up, had to pee, went to the bathroom. I get up and literally the thought that is running through my head is that, what is the title? It's like that, I think it's S&M is what it's called, but it's by Rihanna. And it's the one she's like, I know where I'm perfectly good. I might be bad, but I'm perfectly good at it. Sex in the air. I love the smell of it. Blah, blah, blah. And then however the rest of that goes. That was in my head. And I kept thinking like, that's a little weird. Like, I don't listen to Rihanna. I don't, much less like that song. I haven't heard that song in a while. And it made me really think about the parts of ourselves that we don't necessarily show to others. I saw 111. Thinking about the parts of ourselves that we don't necessarily show to others. Maybe the pieces of ourselves that we're not necessarily proud of, but we don't admonish, we don't punish, right? We don't necessarily hide them, but unless you are somebody that we can really relate to, we don't talk about it, we don't discuss it, it never comes up, right? And things are kind of like that. I will admit, from the life experiences that I have had, the relationships that I've been in, the toxic people that I've had in my life, I kind of, and the abuse I endured when I was younger, I kind of had a very nihilistic version or opinion of sex, right? And the way that it needed to be within a relationship, or the way it needed to be within people, right? I for the longest time, especially with my husband, it took me a long time to realize that one, it's not meant to hurt you, and it's not meant to punish. Thankfully, my husband has been amazing with everything, helping me, develop a different relationship with sex to where it wasn't one that I felt like was needed, or else it meant somebody didn't love you, right? And I feel like for some of us, some of those feelings are coming up. Some of those, I've done a lot of thinking lately about what I have seen in the past, what I have experienced, the people I've had with me, right? And it's not thinking about it in the terms of, oh, I can't believe my life was like that, I was such a horrible person, right? No, it's thinking about it in terms of understanding, so you can then let it go, so you can then move on, and you can then become somebody greater, right? Or somebody that you never thought you would be, or somebody that you couldn't be because something was holding you back, right? It's thoughts like that about coming to terms with understanding yourself, having this balance within your life. Realizing that not all the time do you need to be a good person, not all the time do you need to do what others want you to do, right? Sometimes you do have to be a little selfish. Sometimes you do have to change the way you interact with certain things, right? But I wanted to really just pull some cards and figure out why or where this is kind of leading us to, right? For some of us, it goes a lot, it goes, we have the devil card again. For some of us, it goes back to our pasts, back to the trauma that we endured when we were younger. A lot of us didn't necessarily, a lot of us didn't feel like our home was our nest. It didn't feel like it was the place where you were supposed to be nurtured, or the place where everything came together, right? I remember there being times when I would feel like my home with my mom and my stepdad, my mom and my dad, when my home there was more than I could ever have hoped for, because of the experiences that I endured that summer or that Christmas, or whatever it was, whatever little things triggered my brain to say, this isn't the way my life is supposed to be. This isn't the way a man is supposed to treat his daughter or supposed to treat his wife, right? So I went from having these horrible experiences living on a military base with my birth father and whoever he happened to be married to at the time, to then going home to somewhere where I could truly be myself and be grateful and experience what love and what a family was like. So I had two separate experiences all within the same time frame. And so it went from trying to figure out, like, yes, this is good, to no, this is bad. You know what I mean? You kind of learn to deal with things as they come to you. You kind of learn to deal with them the longer you have had to experience them, right? And it's almost like that. It's almost like you spent so long in a certain mindset and in a certain time frame that you just dealt with it. And so now your body, now your mind, now your spirit, your guides, everybody's getting you to reflect on these things, getting you to understand how far you've come, how much you've grown, where things have changed within your life, right? And some of you aren't. Some of you are thinking more about in terms of what it was that you lost, or what it was that you didn't have, or what it was that you got to, that you didn't get to experience, right? You're thinking of it in the negative aspect of it, whereas you need to be thinking of it positively, right? We all know that our brains are powerful, powerful organs. They are more capable of anything. They are capable of more than we could ever imagine, and we don't even use all of our brains, right? You thinking about things in such a negative mind frame, or a negative mindset, is what's going to cause more negativity, right? We don't Energy cannot be created or destroyed, right? It is only transferred. So when you put that thought out there, that's because that thought was already put into your head. The only thing you can do is decide whether or not you're going to let it be negative and let it continue to produce negativity, or if you're going to be positive and produce positivity, if you're going to be optimistic, right? The way that you guys can get through this, and the way that you guys can grow, is to be around your family. Find those people who mean something to you, who have helped you in the past, who have been there through thick and thin, your friends, your family, your loved ones. Spend time with them. Enjoy the time that we have on this earth, right? The only way you're going to get out of a negative mindset is if you transform something in your life. And the only way to do that is to start by acting like you're happy. Start by changing one little thing within your life. That way, whatever comes after it is more than you could hope for. There is somebody within your family, somebody who not only is strong, and you point out and you're like, you are very emotionally mature, you are very smart, you are strong, you have been through a lot, but they're also very nurturing. They are very loving, they're very kind, right? And it may only be something like that they show to those who are really close to them. It may not be what the public sees them as, and that's okay. But this person is there to help you. This person is here to truly help you see the life and the love and all of the things that are just blessings in your life, right? They're there. Lean on them. Love them. Let them show you. For some of you, there's some conclusion, understanding of not just what has happened, but will happen, how everything kind of, yes, it has a balance, yes, there is a reason, but there is a flow, right? And while everything may not be set in stone, there is still a flow in the way that instances happen within our world, if that makes sense. What is usually going on within the world, what is usually in the bigger picture, is also what's happening in the smaller communal picture, right? Once you start seeing things for what they are, seeing life, love, gratitude, all of those things, something's gonna open up for you, okay? And I feel as if you're gonna be swept off your feet. I don't know if it's a love feeling or if it's that little like push that like that you get when you get like a like when your adrenaline starts pumping, right? If it's like that, I think it's more like that, because I don't I don't see this as, I see this as you taking a chance. And I feel it within my heart chakra. Like I feel it in here. There's something that terrifies you about taking chances and terrifies you about going beyond. But it's a leap that has to be made. I asked it to give me something on the Lover's card, and it gives me the High Priestess card. So the Lover's card is about your two halves, right? Not necessarily the coming together of one person and another person, right? In this particular reading, in this particular moment, this is about you. It is about your two halves, right? The High Priestess is usually a card that is more of like our subconscious's higher self, if that makes sense. That's the only way I know how to explain it right now. So with the Lovers and the High Priestess card, is it's saying that you're coming into a moment where you're going to understand. This is going to be the time where you become one with yourself, okay? You're going to feel it. It's going to make sense. And that is probably the leap that you have to make, because you probably never made that leap in your past lives or your past incarnations, right? You never took that chance. You never had the opportunity to. Maybe you were too scared. But this is that chance that you're taking. We have the Page of Swords down at the bottom of the deck. That is the beginning little push of your movement, of your action. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages. I ask you to give me one final message. So many major arcana, guys. We have the Emperor card here. Sometimes you have to be a little selfish. Sometimes you have to think for yourself. Sometimes you have to be strong. Don't be a pushover. Embrace your strong masculinity while using the intuition of your feminine, if that makes sense. When I said that, I saw 1414, so I will put that in the description box for you guys. And the card at the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles, which is a celebration card. It is an abundance card. It is good luck, things you can look forward to, right? What do we have at the top of the deck? The top of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles, which is about balance. It's about serenity. It's about finding balance within knowledge and within the actions that you do, right? Within human and within beast, right? Think of it like that. Anyways, Excuse me. Clearly, my throat chakra might be blocked a little bit. Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful week ahead, and just remember to think positive, right, guys? The world has so many different possibilities. Okay? Don't let any negativity get you down, okay? Be positive. You have the power to change not just your world and your perspective of things, but others as well, okay? So good luck. I love you guys. See you soon.